Another story which I was following a little bit. I had a feeling it was going to be like a total nothing burger, but and it turned out it was. A young woman who believes she may be Madeleine McCann finally receives DNA test results as new statement is released. A Polish woman became an internet sensation when she claimed that she was Madeleine McCann, despite her own parents branding her claims as lies and manipulation. Julia Wendell, 21, even appeared on the US talk show Dr. Phil, where she said she started suspecting she was Madeleine last June, but did not provide any proof. Wendell's parents says she has fabricated the claims and that it's obvious she isn't the missing British girl. One of the reasons as well was apparently it was something to do with her eyes. Like Madeleine McCann had, in fact, you can see it right there, the little there's a word for it. It's a fancy medical term. I forget what it is, but that discoloration of the eye. And that lassie, she did have it in the same spot, but it was slightly in the wrong position. But that could have maybe changed as she got older. And it was the fact is, I thought it was a lot of nonsense, like right away. But then when it says, oh, they have the same eye thing, that kind of made me go, right, well, what are the chances of that then? Jesus. And that kind of made me go, holy shit, is that actually her? But no, turns out it's not. Now DNA tests have shown that she isn't Madeleine. So there you go. There goes that grift. Instead, the DNA results found that she was indeed from Poland, as her parents had insisted, with some Lithuanian and Romanian heritage, reports Radar Online. She is absolutely 100% from Poland, said Dr. Fia Johnson, a private investigator and psychic medium who had been assisting Wendell. I'm going to use my psychic powers to submit your DNA to 23andMe. Why do you need to submit the DNA test? Why didn't you just know, you psychic bitch? She is a small percentage of Lithuanian and Russian, but test results show she is Polish. Dr. Johansson, who has relocated the Polish woman from Poland to the United States after she received death threats, added, this story is much more complicated than a simple girl from a small town in Poland making a claim to get attention, Dr. Johansson added. She truly believed what she was saying, and with so many questions about her childhood, it's easy to understand where she was coming from. Dr. Johansson added that after finding out she is not Madeleine, Wendell decided to move back to Poland to be with her father, who has not been confirmed. This has not been confirmed by the woman's family. Madeleine from Rothley in Leicestershire vanished during a family holiday at Praia da Luz in Portugal in 2007, then aged 3. This would make her around 19 now, 2 years younger than Wendell, a fact that left many sceptical. Wendell also said she cannot remember large parts of her childhood and is not sure of her age as she has not seen her birth certificate, a claim strongly refuted by her parents. I mean, there's large parts of my childhood that I don't remember. Like, that's just a part of childhood. Can I tell you what I was doing every single day? Like, no. I remember like riding my bike a lot. I remember going fishing a lot. I used to sneak off to the loch an awful lot when I was wee. Much to the chagrin of my dad, because he was always like, I don't want you playing near the water. It's like, I'm going fishing. I'm not going in the fucking water. Leave me alone. Didn't complain about all the fish I brought home, did you? She said, I don't remember most of my childhood, but my earliest memory is very strong, and it's about holidays in a hot place where there is a beach and white or very light coloured buildings with apartments. I don't see my family in this memory. That's crazy. What are the chances? There she is there. I mean, facial similarity, maybe you can see it a little faint bit there, the little bit in her eye. That was the thing that had me kind of sold a little bit, because obviously what are the chances? But yeah, turns out it was a lot of shite. Dr. Phil showed Wendell side-by-side pictures of her and Madeleine, which the Polish woman had used to promote her now debunked theory on social media. Wendell insisted she has many similarities with missing Madeleine, and that the rare eye defect she claimed to share with Madeleine had faded after Dr. Phil questioned her about it. Had faded, so it wasn't a permanent thing. All right, as far as I understood it, you had that forever, but okay. She said she also had a similar laugh and dimple to the missing girl. Wendell claimed that her mother would always change the subject when Wendell brought up her birth and didn't want to show me any proof. Dr. Phil said to her, she, Wendell's mother, says she went to the hospital and gave birth to you. The Polish woman replied, she said yes when I asked her for DNA before this whole situation. When I asked her for some pictures from her pregnancy, some childhood pictures, she refused. Wendell had claimed she was never shown photos of herself in her early years or a birth certificate. Her parents had quickly refuted this and provided evidence. They said in a statement, for us as a family, it is obvious that Julia is our daughter, granddaughter, sister, niece, cousin, and stepniece. We have memories, we have pictures. Julia also has these photos because she took them from the family home with the birth certificate as well as numerous hospital discharges. We always try to understand all situations that happened with Julia, threats to her address from Julia, her lies and manipulations, activity on the internet. We've seen it all and we've tried to prevent it, explain it. We've asked her to stop. I think she just saw an opportunity for a little bit of internet fame. They added, we always tried to help her get back on her feet. Julia has been of age for several years. She moved out of the house. She refuses treatment, does not take medication regularly. I'm going to guess there's a couple of mental problems there. She also did not take advantage of the possibility of treatment at a very good centre in Poland, which agreed to accept her. They explained that they had offered to provide Wendell with therapists, medicine and support over the years, adding, Julia once wanted to be a singer, a model. Well, the model dream's kind of gone now, isn't it? I've seen the pictures there. She always wanted to be popular. What's happening now is she has 1 million followers. The internet won't forget, and it's obvious that Julia isn't Maddie. We are devastated at this current situation. Now, one of the really messed up things about this is, now I know there's loads and loads of theories going around about Maddie's parents, but you know, let's just let's disregard that for just the time being. See if you're in a situation where you think you might be the missing child of a certain distraught couple. I would go to the police. I wouldn't immediately go to social media and drum up the public, you know, and get a big angry mob started and stuff like that, because then that's going to reach the parents and it's going to be all over the media. There'll be another big circus about it, and it might make the parents excited and happy and go, oh my God, is it really her? Right, and I think that to doing that to any parents, that's cruel. That's really, really cruel. What I would do is just, on the down low, contact the police and just say, look, blah, blah, blah about my childhood, birth certificate, I kind of look similar, look, I've got the same thing in my eye, can we do a little bit of a DNA test? Is that cool? Like, and I would just totally keep it on the down low. And police officers, you know, police officers are fucking scrambling all these years later in the Maddie case. You know, I don't think it'd be hard for them to go, yeah, fuck it, get a kit. Get a kit and we'll do the test and all that. But you've kept it on the down low, you've not given the parents false hope, and you've not drummed up this gigantic fucking circus over the parents again. That, I feel, would have been the decent thing to do. However, with what the parents have said there, she always wanted to be big, she always wanted to be popular, and I think she saw this as an opportunity and just sort of went, fuck the parents, I want 1 million followers on Instagram, and that's what she did, which is scummy. That's scummy. That's really, really fucked up. Giving parents, you know, any kind of hope that they might be reunited with their daughter. But as far as things go with the Maddie case, last time I checked, there is a known nonce in custody. He's currently in prison in Germany, and apparently he's a hot suspect at the moment because he was known, you know, he was a fucking stereotype driving around in his van going, hey kids, do you want to see my kittens? Like fucking doing that shit. And then obviously he get caught in Germany and he's arrested and he's currently in prison. But apparently he was in Portugal during the time that Maddie, and he was in the area that Maddie went missing. So he's a hot suspect, and apparently the police are working on proving it, but are they any closer? Hey ho, we've no idea. But I think that what this lassie done for the sake of internet clout, that was just a really, really shitty thing to do.